Hello, hello. We are live and it is Jay Fazette here. Let me make sure that's all working. Jay Fazette here and the founder of JVology, the perfect mix of people, fun, and profit. And I have an exceptional show for you today where we are going to be talking about our newest program, which is a program called Instream. And I am unbelievably excited about this process because we have been watching and serving and supporting our community of joint venture partners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs who are working on fundamentally creating a steady stream of perfectly qualified leads at the front end of their business and a consistent recurring passive income at the back end of their business to make the entrepreneurial journey 1,000 times easier, more fun, more enjoyable than it ever has been. So, what I want to do is I want to talk first and foremost about Instream in a broad strokes manner. And Instream is really the high-level strategy that is required to make the most out of our, trademark upstream downstream model. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brief moment here to share our upstream downstream model. And come on, computer, cooperate with me. And by the way, gang, if you are watching this, do me a favor and click right on the video button, and that video button is going to take you to the broadcast page where we can actually chat and have a conversation, all of those pieces. And what I will do over in the post comments, I will give you the actual link for the Instream program, because the truth of the matter is you should be participating in it. And as we go through this, you will see why. Instream. There we go. Make sure that works. All right. Okay. So do me a favor, click on the video, come over to the chat, say hello so I know who's here. I'm happy to answer any questions as we go through this entire process, and away we go. Oh, that's interesting. It says an error occurred on the Facebook post, which is kind of odd, but who the heck knows what's going on there. I'm going to continue on. We shall see. All right. So I want to share a screen, and we're going to talk about this upstream downstream model and how this all works and why it's going to be valuable to you. Come on. There we go. It says, would like to record, open in system preferences. It's making me do something goofy here. I do not know what it is exactly. Give me one moment. You know what? StreamYard is traditionally one of my favorites of all under the sun, because it really does, our history with it is it has just worked beautifully and seamlessly for ages. Is that preview? That seems to be preview. Let's see if that's going to work for us. Now it needs permission. You know what happened, gang? I had to reinstall all of my software not so long ago. Hey, Michelle, how are you? I'm going to try and share screen one more time. And I think that there's a permissions strange issue here that I hope we can jump that hurdle. I'd never even thought that this would be possible given us reinstalling all that software. Follow these steps. I'm not sure I want to follow all of these steps in the midst of our process. Google Chrome. Okay. All right, let me try this one last time. I guess we're not going to share screen. I'll have to figure that out afterwards. Okay. Well, here's the deal. Most of you already know this, so I don't need to really share it. You can hang out with it as I talk about it. So here's the reality, is that JVology and everything that we teach at JVology fundamentally operates around this one idea, that if we're to really scale and grow our businesses in a meaningful and productive manner, the most powerful and strategic method to do so is to find out who our upstream partners are. Now, here's who an upstream partner is. They are somebody who either causes the problem that we solve in our business, or they reveal the problem that we solve in our business, or they diagnose the problem that we solve in our business. Now, here's the reality, is that when we get perfectly in flow and what we call in stream, we have a steady stream of perfectly qualified leads from partners that we love that want to help their clients solve their next problem. And of course, we also have downstream partners. These are the folks that solve the problems that we create, reveal, or diagnose when we roll out our particular solution to whatever the problem is. Now, here's the thing. I know, and I know this from both personal experience and from people who are in our community, that when we do this well, is that we can add with 10 great upstream partners, 10 great downstream partners, we can literally add a zero to your profit. So if you made $10,000 last year, you could make $100,000 this year. If you made $100,000 this year, you could make $1 million next year. That's not marketing hyperbole. That is personal experience and results that our participants have utilized. But here's what I've discovered is that people, how do I put this? People are intrigued and inspired with the upstream downstream model, but they don't necessarily get the nuance or the power of the upstream downstream model in terms of utilizing partner strategy. And what I'm talking about in terms of partner strategy is that the more powerful, the more aligned, the more the deeper the relationship with our partners, both upstream and downstream, the more money we make, the better we serve our clients. So I've been doing one-on-one coaching with our Flow members. That's our premium program. And it becomes clear to me that they see the JV Top 20. They put some names down. It's like, I want, Bob and Sally, Mary and Joe as my upstream. I want Dave and Bob and, on my downstream. And then it's like, okay, I should do something with that. But they either reach out or they make a call or they send an email and they think they're done. And the truth of the matter is this. Yes, there's power in identifying our upstream and our downstream. But here's the deal. If you are willing to utilize what we call the partner strategy worksheet, and this is a part of our Instream program, where we begin to truly identify, tell the truth about where are we at the stages of relationships in terms of the people we want to partner with. Because, by the way, and I'm going to just go through this, there are 4 fundamental stages of relationship. There's awareness. I know who you are. There's a relationship. I would deem that we're in a relationship. There's intimacy, where the relationship is strong enough that I disclose more and more of who I am to you. And then there's influence. And influence is that spot where the relationship is so strong that if I say you should do this, you go and do it. Now, here's the truth of the matter. We have a lot of people trying to actually utilize the upstream and downstream model, trying to get partners when they are either at the 0, they're not even aware of you yet, or they're just ever so slightly aware of you yet, and you don't even have a relationship, let alone intimacy, or certainly not influence. So here's what the Instream program does. And there's one of the reasons why I would love for any of you who are serious about scaling and growing your business through joint ventures to come and join me. And I believe we already have 20 incredible movers and shakers in that program. Come and join me in this program where we are going to do a couple of things. First and foremost, the structure of the program is simple. It is a 3-hour workshop where I am going to teach you the strategy of partner development in the short term, in the midterm, in the long term. I'm going to teach to you what are the levels and how do you evaluate where you're really at with your partners in terms of, do they have awareness of me? Do we actually have a relationship? Do we have intimacy? Do I actually have influence with these folks? And by the way, for each one of those assessments, there is a very specific set of steps and actions that you can do to move yourself from, they don't know who the hell I am, so 0 on the awareness, to 10. They do what I ask because I asked. And that, by the way, is something that you can master with some systems and strategy, the very purpose of the Instream program. So we're going to go through that entire process. What we're also going to do is this, is I'm going to teach you what I call the 3x3 model. And so you've got the 3-hour workshop, and then we have 5 follow-up calls where they are coaching, accountability, and implementation calls. And in those 5 coaching, accountability, and implementation calls, we are going to work on this model called the 3x3. I'll tell you exactly what they are, because knowing what they are and actually doing them with a strategy and a process are 2 radically different things. So here it is. Every single day, you will do 3 for free. Now, what that simply means is we've done our partner strategy worksheets. We know who we want to work with. We know why we want to work with them. We know the projects that they are working on that are coming up. We know how we can at JVology, a joint venture is a game of I'll go first. We know what they are working on and how we can serve and support them. So 3 for free is we actually do something to become relevant, to move the needle, to contribute, to go first with our partners. And that could be something as simple as liking one of their posts, sharing one of their posts. That could be writing a blog about them. That could be quoting them in, I recently got quoted in an article in Entrepreneur Magazine. That could be quoting them in our article. There's a ton of ways for you to go first, to become relevant, to move the needle for your potential partners that doesn't cost you a cent. Every single day, you're going to do 3 of those. So 3 for free. The next is 3 for fee. Okay. And this is where you're actually up in the game, where you are separating yourself from the vast majority of people who are sending direct messages saying, hey, your tribe would love my process. You should send my crap to them. Like, that's horrific, and stop doing that if you're doing that. But 3 for fee is where you actually invest either a little bit of money or a little bit of capital or a little bit of intellectual property into doing something meaningful for your partners. So what that can mean is you could offer them free participation in one of your courses. You could offer them a free sponsors table at an event. You could offer to interview them on your podcast. You could offer to do a Facebook Live for them. But it is a method and a means by which, and by the way, the Facebook Live thing would only apply if you actually had a system for charging for that, just to be clear. But this is something that either you pay a little money for by sending an Amazon gift certificate or a restaurant gift certificate or some version thereof. You invest a little money. Or it's something that you would have charged someone for that you do for free. So that could be a complimentary true coaching session. There's a bunch of ways to do that. So every day, 3 for free, 3 for fee. And then the third one is 3 for me. And this is where you, every single day, make 3 requests for people to support you. Okay, so this could be somebody to participate as a joint venture partner with a webinar. This could be to swap a Facebook Live. This could be to share an email or do an email swap. This could be for them to come and show up and speak at an event. This could be a multitude of things, but we will outline exactly what that is. And quite literally in this program, what happens is, number 1, you choose your partners. Number 2, we work on the partner strategy worksheet. We map the partner strategy worksheet to the 3x3 activities that you're going to do every single day. And we are going to do this all through the lens of short-term, medium-term, and long-term. And what I can tell you is this: when you do this well, you are going to end up with a lineup of powerful partners that want to support you and your projects. You're going to have a powerful and deep real relationship with intimacy and influence with the people whom you target and select to work with. And this is not going to just work for today, but what you do well today becomes your partners in 6 months, in 12 months, in 24 months, and in my case, even a decade later. When I started doing this process, that's what occurred. Now, here's the big question. What is this worth? What will this generate? How will this transpire? So for me, when I set this strategy, and I set this strategy in play approximately 9 years ago at my first JV Summit with Christian Michelson, and I worked it diligently and completely for years, by the way, and I still have those JV partners working with me today. From when I went to Christian Michelson's event where I couldn't give anything away online, we have since done $9 million in online sales. So when I say to you that this particular program with Instream is $997, and you can just click the link there and jump on in and register. When I say it's worth $997, that is the lowest, most ridiculous price under the sun for it. And what I want you to know is this: I'm doing this training myself. So this is not going off to some other coach or any of those pieces. I will do the 3-hour training. I will be there for the 1-hour calls. I will help you tweak, adapt, and adjust and make sure that you're actually doing it. And I'll be there to tweak and adjust if things are going a little awry or if you haven't gotten it exactly on track. So here's the deal. If you're in the JVology community, this is something that you should do. If you're not in the JVology community just yet and you want to find out what we stand for and how we go about it, this is something that you should do. If you have a launch coming up, that could be a webinar launch, that could be a full-on product launch, formula launch, that could be a 5-day challenge, any of those pieces. This is a must do, because I was having this conversation with one of my friends, associates, and clients last night, Sam. And it's like, well, I'm a little bit busy trying to get my challenge done and my webinar designed. It's like, I totally get that. But do you know how many tens of thousands of people have designed a challenge or a webinar or a launch that had no traffic? People didn't show up for it. There's tens of thousands of people who've done all of that work and didn't do what was necessary to get eyeballs, human beings, people at the events. In stream, when you are truly in stream, you will have a steady stream of perfectly qualified leads for whatever it is you're doing. That could be direct to your sales page. That could be to your product launch formula. That could be to your webinar. That could be to your challenge. It does not matter. So here's the deal. Instream is $997. It is one of the most underpriced processes in the universe. This is not theoretical. This is an implementation coaching program. I'm going to teach you exactly what I did. That took us from not being able to give anything away online to doing over $9 million in sales online. It works. If you are ready to stop struggling, if you're ready to, what I call stop kissing frogs, which is spending a lot of time trying to get JV partners that aren't matched up, that don't have the right values, and actually aren't actually in stream for you. If you're ready to stop kissing frogs and get this thing done, then for the love of all things good in the world, click the button. It is jvology.com/instream. We start on the 2nd of, we start on the 2nd of June. So get yourself in there. Come have fun with us. It's going to be awesome. All right, my friends, that is really it for me. And if you have any questions about Instream, you can post them in this in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. But here's the honest to goodness truth. Breaking through the noise of the current online marketing world is your task. The way to break through the noise is to get great partners upstream and downstream. The way to get great partners is to utilize a partner strategy with a engagement process that takes you from being unknown to having influence. And that's what Instream does. Come play with us. We're going to have an amazing time. We will talk soon. Bye-bye.